out here and in the trenches. Every time I say something, I always look at Matt because Matt's gonna make fun of whatever I do.
Stubbs just confessed that he can't tell time on a normal watch.
Show them the normal watch.
There's nothing wrong with my watch.
There's
man.
48,000 numbers on that thing.
It's just a watch, man.
Calculus.
It's just a watch.
Just
a watch.
Yeah.
It has the 5-minute increments with the 2 arms. One small, one's bigger.
Seconds.
Kind of like me and Stubbs.
Knew something was coming.
I'm glad to see y'all.
Oh, Ross has been gone.
Ross is back.
Yeah, he was selling sandals and watermelons down there at the FFA. Remember?
No.
What was he selling last week?
I don't know.
I didn't have no silver or gold, but what I had, I shared it.
Hey, man, he got to see somebody saved over there.
Amen.
In Fort Worth. He's at the stockyards. We've been having trial by fire. Y'all didn't get an episode last week because the camera kind of went down for us, and now we got another configuration going on. And maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Maybe we'll be the only ones to see it. But if you do see it, then it's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Because Ross and Matt's in it.
No, because you're
see, y'all make fun of me and I brag on y'all. Huh?
you're in it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, shucks. Anyway, so that's enough corniness for the day.
Yeah. So we got 4 lessons to be learned.
Two today.
No. From
the
first lesson.
Okay. Go ahead.
The whole thing was about Joseph's adversity, and the conclusion was that no family is exempt from adversity. Job said that he asked a question to his friend. He says, "Does not adversity and prosperity both come from the Lord?" And that's the truth. You're going to have adversity in this life. Jesus says that there will be trials and tribulations in this world.
It rains on the just and unjust.
That's right. But you know what he said that was even better than that? Fear not, for I have overcome the world.
That's right.
Amen. Amen. So in episode 1, it's supposed to talk about Jacob and his parents and how he was more worried about how everybody thought about him and not how to parent his kids. Yeah. And Joseph ended up being the victim to that. Now, we talked about a verse in our class how we never seen how he ever complained. You remember that?
Yeah.
And not Joseph.
Yeah.
So at this time, Joseph is sold by he's already had the dreams about his brothers serving him.
Hey, have you thought about this little aspect of that story though? You know, you talk about how jealous his brothers were because, you know, he was given the coat of many colors, or the tunic, right? The tunic of many colors, and that was a symbol of, you know, authority and kind of like the birthright in the family, right? Kind of like that authority that he would have or whatever, you know. But also, you know, he had to have known they didn't really like him. You know what I mean? And in this, he's telling them his dreams about how they're going to bow down to him.
Why?
Or he didn't have no discernment about their faces.
He didn't.
Maybe not.
He was not humble in that aspect.
Well, we know, but he was more of a...
maybe he was just
matter of fact.
not
even matter of fact.
His dream, right?
Yeah.
Like if I was like, "Hey Ross, man, I had a dream you were shining my shoes, bro." You know what I mean? Love you, man.
I'm down with it.
You know? But, you know, I mean, just whatever. Like, you know, hey, I had a dream you were cleaning my toilet. You know?
I've done that.
No big deal. No big deal. But I had that dream.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Did you have that dream?
No.
So he was just
Why do I
telling
dream about Ross
cleaning his toilet.
No, why do we dream what we dream? We don't know what the
I might have dreamed about you installing a toilet, but your price was too high. So you didn't think about that either.
The rest of the county.
I can only dream about Stubbs installing a toilet in my house because I can't afford it.
I'm not even
$275 plumbing service call on top of whatever else. Man, come on. No, I'm kidding. It's a good man. He ain't trying to do nobody sorry except for me. Except for me.
You just gave me a raise.
He's like, I need to be charging that much?
Anyways, so the other dream was that the parents were going to serve him too. Now Joseph already showed himself to be superior over his brothers, and then Jacob sends him out there to go look for his brothers. And you remember their sister got raped like 20 miles from him in Shechem, And then he goes out there.
Check him.
That's what this guy said the week before.
It's okay. Sheesh him, check him.
There you go.
Oh, you know.
I knew you was looking at me like that. Sit over there, check him. Anyways.
I mean, how many times you got to record the same lesson to get it right? Anyways.
So we ain't never gonna get this done.
That's all.
Yeah, we will.
Y'all just
They bury it. They dig a hole, throw him in there, tear up the coat of many colors, throw some blood on it, lie to their daddy. The daddy's goes into a depression. They're more worried about not having Joesph around than they are their daddy being depressed. And so they've dealt with that. They sold him to. They went to Egypt, and then he ended up being under Potiphar.
Yep.
Okay, and then so that's where we're at in lesson 1. So then, no family is exempt from adversity.
Yep.
No enemy is more subtle than passivity. Do you know what passive parents tend to discipline? They usually discipline in anger.
Yep.
Because they're always.
They let everything go until it all comes to a head, and I have some members of my family like that.
They don't say nothing.
I'm guilty of it. I got two. I got one little girl. I got 2 girls, but one little girl, my baby. And
She's the baby.
she's so cute, man. And I just don't want to deal with some of the stuff she does until it really makes me mad. So I got to work on that.
Yeah. It's okay. You'll learn.
I know.
I tell my kids, I said, I didn't make you mad. Your lack of self-control made you
That's
mad.
right. That's right.
Mhm.
You're absolutely right. Were you trying to say something?
I always told my kids that. If you felt
You
convicted,
talking to me like I'm your child?
if you felt convicted like that from that, then that's on you, between you and the Lord. Go bring it up to the Lord if he.
Okay, number 3. Moving right
well,
along.
I'm just
You
okay.
see how
No.
Stubbs talks to his friends.
No response is more cruel than jealousy. Woo,
That's a good
man.
one.
They was doing some coveting, wasn't they?
Well, it says in Song of Solomon, Solomon said that
8:6.
jealousy is as cruel as a grave. If you let the seed of jealousy take root in your children, it will destroy a family's unity and harmony.
Yes, sir.
So if you're a parent out there, this is a big point that I put in my class.
Mm-hmm.
If we're a family of 5, if one of them starts becoming toxic, negative, they're not reading their Bible, you see there's something different about them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that isolate them away that's minor teenagers and beyond. And we have to do certain measures to take them to the side and let them see their inner self to be able to know and quit blaming everybody else and look inward and say, hey, now I need to get right with God. So they can be strong enough to unify with everybody else, because if not, then it's just going to mess with the whole tree.
You don't lock them like in a closet by themselves.
I knew, thank you for saying that. No, I don't. Yeah, you got to feed them Pop-Tarts or something flat, because it slides right up
That ain't
underneath
what
the door.
Jack said.
What'd he say?
He said you don't feed him nothing while he's in the closet.
He said throw some Pop-Tarts and Pop Fives. That's the only thing.
Jack said that man won't even give me a piece of toast or nothing.
The grilled cheese.
No sugar toast, nothing.
He used to be a little kid. He said, I don't want a grilled cheese. I want a boy cheese. Because he was a boy.
He thought it was a girl cheese.
That's right.
A girl cheese.
Anyways, but you got to make sure that you water them. That's what it says in here.
Yeah.
You don't want to provoke them to anger.
No.
You don't want to do that, because whenever you do that, you kill their spirit. You break their spirit.
Yeah.
And my wife's daddy, he was alcoholic. He's passed on. He was a believer. He got sober 13 years before he died. But
Amen.
he broke his son's spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was mean to him. He called him inappropriate things, and just broke him down.
Yeah.
And they've never recovered from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a balance. There's definitely a balance. So you have to
Yes.
water. And there's a time for everything, like Ecclesiastes says. So on the last one, no condition is more unfair than slavery. You got anything on that?
It's pretty unfair.
That was profound.
Well, I mean,
I don't think Joseph deserved slavery.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No condition is more unfair than slavery. I think it'd be safe to say that it's pretty unfair.
Pretty unfair.
I mean, no, seriously though. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that sort of speaks for itself. I mean, one day he's a brother, right, and just a guy,
Favorite son.
favorite son, right, and a brother, and then next thing you know, he's enslaved in Egypt.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's, I mean. I do love the fact when you read through the story, like we were talking about right before class, about, he never complained.
Yeah.
It was never, woe is me. It was never,
Yeah.
at least it doesn't talk
Why,
about it.
Lord?
Yeah, at least it doesn't talk about it in the Bible.
Yeah.
It talks about how people would see Joseph and they knew that he was a man of God.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew God had favor on him and he was with God.
Yep.
And so I just think that's pretty cool.
I
But
do too.
in his unfairness, here's the thing about life, man. About to give you all a little,
Come on, brother.
Here it goes.
little math here. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, really, how often do you get bogged down in that ain't fair? Well, this ain't fair. I don't deserve this.
Yeah.
I don't deserve that.
Yeah.
This ain't fair. That ain't fair. I mean, look, life is not fair.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
It's just not. I mean,
No.
It rains on the just. It rains on the unjust. Just like you were talking about at the beginning of this podcast.
Yep.
It's easy to believe God when you've seen God move. I think that the hardest part in Christianity is the part between between salvation and the first part of faith that you've ever seen happen.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It
Yes.
does.
Okay, so you have to be able to get out the boat like Peter did.
Yep.
Everybody else they want to, like Brother Todd said last week. He said everybody else was clowning on him because of his unbelief because he turned next, but they're all sitting on the boat.
That's right. They wasn't out there in the water.
Well, I'll say this. Joseph knew the prophecy that he had been given.
So it's easy to walk by faith.
It's easier to walk by faith when you know you have been given a prophecy from God and you have prophesied that. Not only has it been given to you, but you prophesied it to those people that threw you in that hole.
That's right.
To those people that sold you off into slavery.
Mm-hmm.
You told them, I've had a dream and a vision that one day y'all are going to bow down to me, that I'll rule over you.
Yeah.
Right? It makes you wonder. Well, it makes you wonder, though, because he never complained. He never cried about his situation.
Yeah.
He was sold off into slavery, but do you ever think he took his eyes off of that prophecy?
Well, it doesn't say, and it doesn't say if he was scared either. I mean, because you think about the times of faith where you have to leap out. You go from the favorite to being a slave. You think he wasn't scared? You think there wasn't a little bit of anxiety going on? What's going on?
I'm sure when he was at the bottom of that hole.
Well, either that or he was just standing on business.
10
You know what I'm
toes
saying?
down.
Yeah.
He was just standing on business, right?
It's still like that.
Maybe he understood that
Yeah.
this is the part of the process, man.
Yeah.
All these things had to happen to get to the point to where he was in Egypt
Yeah.
with the power to rule over them and then for them to be bowing down in front of him, right? So,
Yeah.
That even plays more into Joseph being a type of Christ because Jesus didn't lash out.
yeah.
He didn't lash out.
Yeah.
Joseph didn't lash out. Joseph just, it tells a story. He just kind of went along with what he knew.
Roll with the
Jesus
punches.
knew.
Yeah, he
So-
rolled with the punches.
So that is a proof of the Bible right there.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to put on lesson 1.
Okay.
And now, and if you want to embrace God's plan in your life, you go with prayer, biblical study, discerning God's will, and trust and surrender.
Why are you sound like you're selling that?
commercial.
Selling, you were like, for only $19.95.
I had to
And
put it in
telling
there.
people that they're going to serve you.
For only a
Like
10
McDonald's.
for only a 10% tithe, okay?
That's right. I'll sell you this handkerchief that I prayed over.
Oh,
Robert Tilton.
I blew my nose on it.
man.
Is that what he did?
I'm just saying, there's people flying around in private jets that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on, but selling $275 toys.
Yeah.
Selling holy water.
Okay, the 3 temptations in life, because now this becomes on Genesis 39.
Yep.
Last one was Genesis 37. I don't think we said that. Genesis 39 is whenever he started doing everything for Potiphar, and everything was successful. So Potiphar never knew anything that he owned, all the way except for what he was eating or what he wore.
Yep.
And but then Potiphar's wife is always around, and then she kept throwing her eyes at him, and he was like, "Man, I got everything of Potiphar."
Well, it says right before that. Now Joseph was handsome in form and appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was successful.
Now his mama is. Let's keep in mind his mama was Rachel.
Yeah.
They don't ever talk about Jacob being good looking.
Right.
So
he come from mama's side. Never thought about that.
Yeah, he get it from his mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
So let's kind of set the stage here. He did all this stuff, and God blessed him. But you know what? When he faced temptation,
Yeah.
Y'all keep talking.
he when he faced temptation, he didn't stay still. He took off. That brother, I put flee equals run away as fast as your jets will take you.
That's what I wrote.
Yeah, flee. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Definitely. So God gave you a way out. It says that with every temptation, God will give you a way to escape that.
Yes.
Right.
Well, he gave you feet.
But he
run.
That's on that. Go ahead.
But he didn't run away from it though. He didn't run away.
Well, he kept telling her.
He kept telling her
eventually.
no.
Yeah, he resisted. He resisted it, right?
Yep.
And that's the thing. Sometimes you got to stand there and fight, though.
Yes, I agree.
And I think that's what Joseph did in this situation. The first thing he tells her, he doesn't tell her, "Oh, I shouldn't sleep with you because it's against the law."
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't sleep with you because I might get caught.
Yep.
Right? He doesn't say I shouldn't sleep with you because I could lose my position here at Potiphar's house, right? No. What does he tell her? How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?
That's what he was
Man.
talking about.
How many times in my life do I wish I'd have met my sin with?
Me too.
Because there's been many times I've thought, no, I probably shouldn't do that. That's illegal. Or
Yeah.
I shouldn't do this because, man, if I get caught doing that, that's going to cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
No. How can I do this great wickedness and sin? How can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? Man, he was so focused on doing the right thing because it was honorable to the Lord.
Yeah.
That was it. And so he had the power to stand there and fight this battle. Because it says, and she spoke to Joseph day by day. We don't know
Every day.
We don't know how many day by days that was.
Nope.
And he did not heed to her, to lie with her or to be with her. So I just thought it was cool. I mean, eventually, yeah, he did run, but I just thought it was cool that he was just in that fight, that battle.
He was prayed up, living the way God wanted him to.
Well, and it's a testimony of his life because he's got people telling him. Potiphar told him that they could tell that the Lord was with him. It says in chapter 39 in Genesis, verse 3, and his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to prosper in his hand. So, I mean, I wish people see that when they look at me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
To make the right choice at the right time.
Yeah.
Or make the right choice all the time.
but it's just like this story, right? He fled. He fought the battle of temptation. He fled, but then he was thrown in prison, right?
Yep.
So it ain't like it worked again. Here
It didn't work.
It didn't work out to his favor.
Yep.
The brother got lied on and thrown in prison. So it's but did he lose sight of that prophecy? Because see, that prophecy still hadn't come true.
Right.
So is he losing sight, or is he just rocking along? It's like,
It's
all right,
just
Lord.
something that he's seen
All right,
back
Lord.
in the day.
Like, all right, Lord, I know what you have for me because I've already seen this.
Yep.
You already give me this prophecy. So, all right, Lord, where are we going now? I'm in prison now. Well, then, boom, he started. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just.
Yep. Then he started telling people about their dreams in prison. The baker and what the other guy, the server.
The baker and the wine taster or
Yeah,
something.
something like
cupbearer.
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 That's right.
Yeah, and which I can't wait to get to. But we gotta get on this page.
We got to do the situation.
I'm-
The situation.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That's good material. Material temptation is what the first one is.
Yep.
And that is the lust of the eyes. That's possession. Personal temptation is the pride of life. That's position.
Yeah.
And the lust of the flesh, our sensual temptation is the lust of the flesh, and that is passion. In our lesson, and our preacher always tells us, and so does our Bible, that we assume that temptation is a sin, but it is not. Jesus was tempted
That's right.
for 40 days,
And he did not sin.
and he did not sin. He also said, do not let your anger cause you to sin. If somebody thinks that anger...
Be angry and sin not. It's
Yeah,
possible to do.
I'm going to ask
That's
a
right.
question. We talk about that sensual temptation, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to lust after your wife, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I know
The marriage
that's
build's undefiled.
Well, you know, I.
So
I
whatever,
completely-
yeah. Brother Todd said, well, I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah.
I just said Brother Todd, so I ain't gonna finish that sentence.
Yeah.
But there's something that everything goes. Whatever you
Yeah,
want.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. That's for all you men folk out there.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
four of y'all that watch.
Yeah. With your wife behind closed doors. Yeah, you are one.
As long as it's legally and morally permissible.
That's
you know,
right.
It's all good.
Yes, it is. That's
Anyways,
what keeps marriage going.
Come back and see us for Valentine's Day.
Anyway, in our lesson today, we're going to look at Joseph's memorable example of how to resist the seductive enticements of the sensual temptation. And I wrote flee. That's where I wrote
Yeah,
flee.
Flea was good. He did. flee.
Where is that at in the Bible? Because it says the only time that whenever that's
Flee
the only,
useful lust.
the only way that you deal with, that is flee.
That's the flee.
Run. Get away.
Get away. Because if you
You're a
remove
man-
yourself from something, you're less likely. If you stand still and you keep gawking, that's when you're most likely to give in.
You know what I thought?
Did he run naked?
Well, it says it took his deal.
Yeah,
It
took
says
his
he was-
clothes.
He was running commando. Then
Yeah.
If he was commando, he was naked.
So the brother definitely looked like he did something wrong. He running out of Potiphar's house.
Neck.
Hey, whatever,
Jack
got out there and be like, bees, bees. Anyways,
For those youth that are watching, we love y'all. Don't act like us.
no, you
We're like
Ancient.
we're like CBN or something like late at night. Youth watching.
PBS, public
PBS.
broadcasting.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this is what I thought while I was doing this lesson. He had to deal with all three of the lust. Lust of the eyes, lust of the flesh, and the pride of life.
Yes.
Yep.
Because of who it was. I was talking to Christy about that this morning. The lust of the eye, he had to deal with the lust of the flesh because it was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
The pride of life, the position because of who the woman was,
Yep.
and the position that she was in,
Yeah.
and then the lust of the eyes because of who she was as a possession.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is.
And if you're sinless on them three things, then you're good with life.
You're doing good.
Yes. Anyways, so on page 9,
The situation.
the situation.
Well, I like how it talks about on this page that Joseph didn't have to tell Potiphar that the Lord was with him.
That's right.
It says that his master saw that God was with him. Right?
Amen.
We kind of touched on that a second ago, but I think that's just a testament of Joseph's character and who he was as a person. You know what I mean?
And he found favor in Potiphar's side.
Yeah.
I mean, Potiphar probably had several slaves. You know what I'm saying?
Probably so.
And he esteemed Joseph the highest and put him in charge of stuff.
Yeah.
But you
Put him
know,
in charge all he had.
if let's just say that Potiphar didn't believe his wife, but I think that would have been bad for Potiphar.
Yeah. Yeah, I've pretty much already talked about everything that I had to talk about.
Yeah.
Did you? So you're done?
I went out of order. I'm done. I could just probably.
So the sensual.
I could just probably.
Let's go to the page 10, the sensual temptation, because let me explain to you, men, you're going to have sensual temptation from people other than your wife or your girlfriend or whatever.
Lies.
It's gonna happen.
He's lying, Bethany.
I didn't say sin. I said sensual temptation.
I don't know.
So Mr. Potiphar is appreciating Joseph's reliable business sense and trustworthy nature, while Mrs. Potiphar is becoming increasingly preoccupied with Joseph's good build and looks.
Yeah. Well, she was a narcissist.
She was. I agree.
Jesus looks good on the brother.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Amen.
Yeah,
That's right.
And you know that Honey Lips is gonna try to
I
break that up.
promise you, every time, man. And that all, you better be walking in the Spirit and walking in the light, because be careful lest you fall.
I like how Brother Todd puts it when he's like, man, he's like, you got more hair growing out of your ears and out of your nose than you do on your head. She don't want you.
That's
the
what I'm
devil.
talking
That's the devil.
I love that.
That 25-year-old don't want you. You look like
But what about to the 25-year-old guys?
you look like Bozo the Clown, huh?
What about the 25-year-old guys?
What about
Or the person that's our age that's more successful than most? I mean, they see that they're going after that. You know what I'm saying?
That's because they're wanters.
No, I'm saying what kind of message do you have for the 25-year-old man
Oh,
that's out
okay.
there?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man, you need to find a wife.
That's right. God says a wife is a good thing.
He who finds a wife finds a good thing. So, find a good thing.
So remember that time I was saying, what verse was that? It's 1 Corinthians 6:18. Remember I said I seen it somewhere? I actually wrote it down probably yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Flee sexual immorality. Every sin that a man does is outside the body, but he who commits sexual immorality sins against his own body.
Amen.
That's right.
All right.
And the thing that I wanted to also say is, when you do the right thing, the consequences are not always easy.
That's right.
Oh, true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Joseph did the right thing, but his consequences were definitely not
what?
easy.
Prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, everybody saw him naked. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. That's pretty embarrassing just in its own right. You know what I mean? Running around naked, ain't got no garment. You know?
I'm free. Yeah.
Do they know where drawers?
Bees.
They didn't have no drawers back then. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
They didn't have a Walmart.
You just had a garment.
Air.
You just had a garment.
Air.
In there. It was hot.
It was hot.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving along. Sorry.
Okay.
Honesty and truthfulness.
Let's go to 12.
That's probably probably
Maintain
whoever
integrity.
saw him running around naked, they must have thought right then, man, we should get some underwear.
That's where
It may have been.
Maintain integrity.
Yes.
So Joseph had to uphold his integrity and refuse the advances of Potiphar's wife, even when it meant facing prison. We just said that.
What is integrity?
I don't know. You have to
Being true.
I got a good definition. I wrote it on the inside of my shop. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching.
Nice.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a job that way. Somebody accidentally caught me running to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, you didn't think anybody was watching. You was still running. Anyways,
Well, how do you maintain integrity then?
I guess run when nobody's looking.
There's a whole list of stuff right here.
That's exactly
With
right.
faithfulness.
And for only
honesty,
$19.95, we'll share it with you.
Yeah.
consistency, honesty, truthfulness, faithfulness.
Seeking God's guidance, confessing sin. Ooh, nobody can
Leading
do
by
that.
example.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's number 4, Matt.
What's that? Living a wholesome life.
We wanted you to talk too. We felt
Well,
like
you gotta live a wholesome life. You gotta
Right.
you gotta have a moral compass that lines up with biblical principles, right? Reflection of God's character. You know, we've been talking about Joseph, who clearly had a reflection of God's character because people just knew that God was with him, that God had favor on him. So
Amen.
It just kind of oozed out of him, didn't it?
It did.
This thing says, references Proverbs 11:3. It says the integrity of the upright will guide them, but the perversity of the unfaithful will destroy them.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so in next week we're going to talk about them in prison, I'm sure. Yeah, in prison and forgotten. I love the story of Joesph. I got to tell my nephew about the story of Joesph, and I got to do it in like 30 or 45 minutes.
That's
And,
awesome.
yeah, he's in camp right now. I'm praying for his salvation.
Amen.
Amen.
I told
Amen.
John, I said, next time I hear from you, I want to hear he's on his way to heaven.
Amen.
Yeah. All right, well, next week, are y'all going to be here?
Yeah.
Lord willing?
I'll be out of
Glad
town. Y'all pray for me. I'll be out of town.
Wow, what happened?
I'll be in Orange Beach, Alabama.
All right.
Orange Beach.
Orange Beach.
Orange Beach.
All right. Well, we will be down to 2 again. Maybe he won't go to Orange Beach.
Maybe God don't want him to
I'm
go.
going to Orange Beach. Definitely going to Orange Beach.
All right. I hope y'all didn't kick us off by now, and if you haven't, y'all stay blessed.